I became this lucky guy. The office building is even more beautiful than I imagined. My well-dressed colleagues look like they just walked off a fashion runway. Excited yet nervous, I finally waited for this dream day. Let me introduce myself. I'm Maggie, the assistant team leader of HR, and you will be my little apprentice. Well, Maggie is like my career guide, and a salary of 300 makes me feel like a life champion. I thought this was a company's recognition of my hard work. Little did I know it was the start of a noob's adventure. Maggie took me on a tour of the office and asked me to pick an English name. After much deliberation, I might as well be the confusion cat. He ended up picking the name Juing Yi for me, matching with Juing Zhengjia. What a cosmic coincidence. I took the opportunity to ask, "Boss, why did you pull me from the workshop to here? Is it because I've always been the outstanding worker in the workshop, and they want to set an example?" Alas, ever since that day, my doubts tightened like screws, and I became the mysterious one. With Mage's overzealous friendliness and Peter's excessive politeness, my gut told me things weren't that simple. Although I was a bit hopeful inside, it also made me a little nervous. Am I going to get special treatment? I pumped myself up, even to Peter, but he misunderstood it as my deep background. It sounded like a deliberate confession. Could Thomas have sent undercover agents? Maggie actually thought I was a relationship merchant, and made me stay in the group's model apartment. Looking at the luxurious decor, I thought I was finally stepping into glory, but then, when I asked about the annual meeting registration, I noticed Juing Zhengjia's name on the list Maggie gave me. Later I learned it was Peter who drank too much and mixed up my annual meeting registration with Juing Zhengjia's resume. Maggie discovered the error, but since he was the one who processed my onboarding, he decided to keep it under wraps. To prevent me from being exposed, he began to pamper me, letting me do easy and boring tasks. He even took a unit-like stance to supervise me, like there's nothing I could do. I've been twiddling my thumbs for 3 days. Could you please assign me some real work so I can shine? No hurry. Nothing urgent, just get familiar with the situation first. There's a lot of people in this workplace. The most important part is to count how many people there are, so we can plan hiring and firing accordingly. But I'm just a name machine now, trying my best to remember everyone. I not only memorized everyone's names and jobs, but also casually noted their love stories. At this point, the company was gearing up for layoffs, as the EVP and HR director were plotting their master plan. They euphemistically called it the Grand Layoff Plan. There are truly a lot of people involved. Every time I called an employee's name, everyone assumed I had the layoff list in my hands. The whole company was in panic mode, and all departments started pressuring me, escalating the tense situation. The department heads eagerly submitted lists, turning it into a layoff contest. But soon the layoff plan upset the employees, and I volunteered to optimize the list. But mistakenly, I interpreted optimization as giving raises, and I accidentally made a techie's salary go up. This ridiculous misunderstanding bizarrely earned recognition from the higher-ups, making it seem like I ushered in a new era. I exclaimed that the most important aspect of corporate reform is to be pragmatic. I've become a reform messenger. Wow, promoted to team leader, 720 salary, what a meteoric rise. Everyone began to say I was the chairman's relative. Facing the gaze, I felt like a star. Later the company asked me to train mid-level managers. I stood on the stage clueless about what to say. I decided to share some wisdom from the workshop and teach everyone how to use a hammer. Then I saw the hammer that Maggie made, which had practically turned into a sphere. Lol. This is the truth about those who cater to corporate rules. They lose their true selves while trying to keep their jobs. After training, the chairman unexpectedly inspected, shocking me and leaving me anxious. I gathered my courage to chat with the chairman, hoping to share some workplace tips. At that moment, the driver turned on the headlights, casting our silhouettes. What a scene. I was chatting with the chairman, seemingly reminiscing, and my heart raced like a drum. And everyone saw the chairman wave, mistaking it for a head pat on me. Too funny indeed. The rumor escalated, and everyone started believing I was the chairman's biological son. How hilarious. As the rumor spread, my job position soared to 9, and my salary hit over $1 million. I was overwhelmed. But behind all this glory, I realized I was sinking deeper into a pit, Come, let's all just fall together.